Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video, and today I'm using a Dungeons & Dragons class, a homebrew class called the Nahobino. This actually took me a pretty while to make, so can you please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. It will really help me make up more videos and see more support. Now, let's on to the slides. Okay, so these are my slides I made. I have been working pretty hard on them. It took me a bit though. Now let's start with the gimmick. The gimmick is called the megamitensei gauge. The gimmick allows you to use these skills called megamitensei skills. The two skills are called obligatory critical, which guarantees a crit even without a nat 20, and omnipotent succession, which allows you to use one attack and do it 4 times basically. But all the other times will not cost MP. And the second gimmick with this character, it all depends on the DM you're doing with, is called mastery skills. This allows you to decrease the MP cost, and once you hit the limit, then you get increase your damage. Your max MP cost is 25 plus your wisdom, and it goes up when you level up. And this is the limit of the mastery skills at level 9. The only ones that don't count for this are Almighty, Ailments, and finally support, which all have 5 masteries. Here's the first element we're talking about, is the fire magic skills. They do more damage but have higher MP cost than usual. And now here are the ice skills. They are the lowest amount of MP cost, so they're easily able to do more damage when they're at level 9 mastery. No matter what, it's going to be very frosty. Now here are the force/wind skills. This is the only one that actually has the ability, and it's the last two for the singles and multi-hits, and where you can move an enemy back by 2 and 3 spaces. Now we're on the electric skills. These skills actually hit pretty far but do mediocre damage. The only reason why they hit far is because some enemies go underwater, and because water conducts electricity, it could do a lot more damage. Now we're on the light skills. These are the only skills that could cut an enemy's HP in half, and if the enemy is weak to light, then they just instant kill no matter what, unless they survive unless you fail the roll. Now we're on the dark skills. They actually do only fixed D20 damage no matter what, and they do the same thing as light skills, where they can insta kill if the enemy is weak to darkness. Now we are on the Almighty skills. Only 3 out of 4 of them can do fixed damage, and Almighty skills ignore resistances, and the only one that does not do fixed damage is Frey Kugel. Now we're on the healing skills as well. Healing skills actually have a circular radius, I just couldn't spell it right, and the only one that has the highest MP cost but heals full for one ally is the Rahan, because that's what it does in the game. Now we are on buffs and debuffs. They only last for 30 turns, and that includes player and enemy turns. And also, the reason why there's only attack and speed and not AC is because the unique skill for the Nahobino boosts all those by 2. And by the way, the limit of buffs on the Nahobino and all allies for him are always 2, no matter what. So, you kind of have to deal with it. Because there are too many passive skills, I put the link to the site I used to find all these skills, called the megamitensei fan-made wiki. And because of this, this would not be possible. So thank you. Draco Strike skills are just the elemental skills for the strength-based users. So that's why strength modifiers is easier to hit. And also white and black Draco Strike skills can instant kill, just like their own elemental magic types. Now we are on the Nahobino unique skills for physical. Armasa, this basically allows you to dash to your enemy, and this is the only one that has no MP cost because it doesn't use any element, while Wrath Tempest shows the wind element in its animation, so that's why it uses some MP. The amount of MP that Wrath Tempest costs is actually free because it's not that much, because it's mostly physical. Now we're on the unique healing skills. Because I do not want to read half of this stuff, you guys can read it, but just to be honest, I'm letting you know now that Revival Chain just brings the ally that you revived to you, and Luna Flux just recovers MP. That's why it has low MP costs. And most of these skills can ignore, most of the unique skills can ignore the immunities and resistances of enemies. Here's the continuation of it. The next slide shows Luminous Mirage, aka Luminous Gaming, which guarantees an attack any type to be basically guaranteed to miss. And Inflaming Gaming / Inflaming Divinity just buffs attack defense and AC by 2. And finally, Evergreen Dance is the only skill that can actually gain Magatsui if used. That's why it has a little bit higher MP cost than all the others. Now for the passives. Magatsui Surge just allows you to gain Magatsui by 20. Rooted Soul just multiplies MPN HP by 2. And Elusive Eclipse basically is a counter so that pierces. And finally, Intercalation is basically just an action surge, but if you invade an attack, it helps you very much, actually. Now here are the unique magic skills. Ruinous Thunder is basically a thunder attack that hits one but does serious damage, while Sakanagi is an almighty skill that does the exact same thing as Divine Arrowfall but does not hit multiple targets. That's why Divine Arrowfall is really better for if you're in a very bad situation. And finally, Profane Land / Ball Crusher is just a dark attack that could give poison, but it could only do that if the enemy fails the AC of 14, and the poison damage is actually on the bottom because I didn't have time to put it on top. Continuing on the next slide, we have Murokumo, which is an all-might attack that is basically just the sword attack but better. Heavenly Ikuyumi is an arrow attack that can actually change a weapon to a bow, and it does more damage when you're debuffed. The amount of damage is already showed. Moonlight Frost is basically a piercing ice attack that hits all enemies. And Lunar Hurricane has the maximum hits of 9 for 9 damage, but it all depends on how fast you are. So I gave an example on the slides. You can read it if you want to on the slides if you want. The final move that on the slides is called Prison's Blur. It does 5d12s of light damage that cannot instant kill. MP cost is 50, and you can only use it if you invade / miss an attack, and you're guaranteed to hit it unless the enemy hits the AC of 15 to dodge the attack. That's the only way you could dodge this move. And that's all. Thank you so much for watching the video. This video took way too long to come out, and I'm sorry for that, but still, I hope you all enjoyed my explanation of my class. This is also useful, so now I can explain my class without having to do it in person. And now, this is the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed, and thanks to the Megamitensei wiki for helping me make this video by showing me all the unique skills. Bye.